Hi friends, thanks for joining me. I'm super excited to do this video today. It's not with embroidery or scan and cut or anything like that. We're just going to make a simple candy cane wreath using some simple velvet ribbon. This is something I found at Goodwill. It's from Hobby Lobby, and if it says 2016 Hobby Lobby, so if I can find a link for it and it's the same, well, I'll find a link for it, but I don't know if it's going to be the same price. In any case, it's 2.5 inches by 90 feet. So you can do variations of the ribbons that you use. Like this is a really pretty buffalo check ribbon, and I found it at Walmart. It's 30 feet of ribbon for $3.98. So this take about 9 feet of ribbon, of 2.5 inch ribbon, and this is 2-inch ribbon, so it might take a little bit more, but you can at least get 3 of them out of this. And then I found this cute ribbon, the infamous red truck scene ribbon. It's usually like a plaque or like on gift bags and stuff like that. I don't know why it's not focusing, guys. Okay, there we go. It's very pretty. I wanted it to focus. It's 2.5 inches by 18 feet wide, so you'll get 3 of them if you wrap it at the same, well, maybe not 3 of them. 2.5. It's more like 9.5 inches to wrap one of these, or I mean 9.5 feet. In any case, that truck ribbon was $5.98 for 18 feet, and it was like $4 for the 30-foot ribbon. So it's just going to vary on what you want to use. Obviously, $10 for 90 feet is a fantastic price. But like I said, I can't guarantee that's what it is anymore. So I went ahead and started this already, but you just need to use a little bit of hot glue. Make sure you lay something down like parchment paper, freezer paper. Probably not freezer paper, which is what I'm using because it sticks right to it, but parchment paper should be able to lift right off of it. Excuse me. This is also plastic. If you use cotton wire, you don't have to worry about this, but because it's plastic, you want to have it on this, down like this. Run your hot glue on every single strip, every single wire, and then all along the bottom as well, and then let it cool for a second, and then kind of tuck this bottom part in while it's laying down, and it'll be fine. It sticks up from the ground or from the whatever surface you're on, and then just lay it over the top of the hot glue. And then from there, we just take it, wrap it around again, and then every time that we wrap it around, we're going to take it, kind of turn it a little. Okay? And that way, it kind of goes up and around it. Okay. I went ahead and already cut mine, but I did use this off of the roll earlier, and it was so funny. The roll was getting all messed up and things were going everywhere. I want to make sure that they overlap each other. You don't want to have any gaps, which I was just about to have. And don't worry too much about, like, you know, it being perfect or anything like that. You're going to be putting stuff over all of it. It's going to all be covered, and it'll still look really pretty. Once we reach this curve, it's going to start like crumpling in the spots where it's going to start wrinkling. Okay, don't worry about that. It's part of the whole look. It'll be cute. But if you don't want that, you can cut each of these pieces individually and hot glue them on. It just depends on your level of meticulous, kind of the look you're going for. this is just super simple. Oops. Okay, this is about to hit that. Remember to make sure that they're overlapping. The velvet's getting pulled in by itself. Okay. And then as we go down, you can kind of start to straighten out. This would be really pretty with a striped ribbon, I think. Okay. Oh, it's not going to go all the way around. Okay, so I have to undo it just a little tiny bit. Like right here. Okay. Got to make sure that end is covered or have a plan for that end. So at this end right here, right at this point, I'm going to go over and I'm going to put hot glue here, over here, up here, here, here. And then I'm going to pull this over and just let it lay over it. Okay? Okay. Okay, now we're going to wrap this over here, making sure to meet that end there at the end, and then just remember, lay it over it. We are not here to touch it or force it or do anything like that. And it's okay if it overlaps a little bit, we can trim it when it's drier. Okay. Go ahead and turn it upside down. Hot glue dries pretty fast, so you don't really have to worry about it. And you can sometimes reposition it. All right. And now with this, just going to be gentle. We're not going to touch the velvet at all. Don't touch the velvet with the gun. You can touch it with the glue, but not with the gun itself, okay? Okay, and then we're going to let that dry, and then I'll trim it off. Okay friends, so here we have the base of the candy cane wreath. You can display it just like this. You can get a bunch of different colors and display it differently. I'll show you a picture of what I did with one yesterday. It kind of got a little carried away. I thought it got a little gaudy, but everybody else seemed to like it. I think with wreaths sometimes you can get gaudy and that's okay. So I don't know if you watched the video a couple weeks ago or maybe it was a week ago over this cute little guy. This is an Urban Threads stuffy ornament design. He's so super cute and perfect for 2020. So this is something you can make over and over and over again with felt and thread and stabilizer on your embroidery machine. You don't have to do the ribbon part if you're going to use it like this, but if you do, if you print out or sew out a bunch of those, you can use them for cute designs. You know, put one like one over here, one up here, one here, you know, add some ribbons, some other stuff, you know. So that's something you could do with your embroidery with these. what we've been doing is just like ribbons and bows and ornaments and things like that. So give me a second to collect my stuff, and I'll be right back with you guys, and we will finish up this cute little candy cane wreath. Okay, friends, get settled in, because this is the long part. We're going to be gluing everything, but I just wanted to show you everything that I'm going to use. I mean, I'm not going to show you every part like this, but I'll show you all that stuff. But I did want to show you, these are from some mini ornaments at Walmart in their Christmas section right now. These are $1.98 and you get 4 of them. And they're ornaments. But you could just pluck off the ornament part and use it as cute little accents. So okay, one of the things that I did have, where did I do with it now? Of course. So these pack of snowflakes, I think you get like 20 for $1, something like that. But they're perfect because they take glue really well. And then they make this nice strong base for everything else to work off of. These bows are just the average bows you can get at Walmart. This is some tiny garland. I don't know if we got it at Walmart or dollar store. Let me see. Dollar store. So it's just this tiny cute little starry garland. These are, this is just Christmas gift wrapper ribbon. I just grabbed some of that. This is a little piece of garland that I cut off from a longer rope of garland. And then I have, you know, the base down here. I have a nice silver snowflake. This is some really cute flocked tulle that we found at the dollar store. Oh, I wish I could show you better. Well, letting you get a good glimpse is not going to be something available. It's really frustrating because we got a new camera and I just want to be able to show you close-up stuff, and I haven't figured that out yet. So, but anyways, we just took this piece of tulle that's already flocked, and I'm assuming that's what it's called, you guys. It looks like it has snow on it. I cut the ends, like, you know, fringed it, but left the middle part, and I'm going to take it and just scrunch it together like this, and then glue it onto this, and then kind of work from there. So, and then at the end, we're going to put pretty jewels on everything. This is his and hers, $4.99, and I'm pretty sure, yep, they're from Hobby Lobby. So they're just a bunch of plastic gemstones. They don't have anything to iron them on. So these are all just gluing on. Okay, so this is going to be a while. So like I said, get settled in. It's a lot of gluing, a lot of snipping, but it'll be fun. Let's start up here on this top one. I can cut that off. And then make sure you have your glue sticks handy. You don't want to be running around for glue halfway in the middle of putting something on somewhere. Okay, so again, don't let your glue gun touch, if you're using the plastic ribbon, don't let your glue gun touch it. It's already going to do enough damage being hot. And sometimes it burns through, so you have to cut another piece and put it over everything. But once it kind of gets a little tacky, you can put your star on, and then you just build everything onto the star and don't worry about what's back there. I'm going to make it, there's holes for the ornament right there at the top. I'm going to make sure that that's down, and then just kind of place this in the middle gently. Remember, it's really hot and you don't want to burn the thing, the ribbon. But you do want it to be adhered to the ribbon, so it's okay to kind of move it around a little bit. Make sure that it's already on there. This kind, this is the first time I've ever used Surebond clear glue stick, which is obviously not clear. It's not clear, but anyways, it dries a lot slower than other stuff, but it feels like it's pretty dang strong, like much stronger than the cheapy little stuff that I usually use. And that I don't get as many stringers, which is really nice when you're doing this kind of work and you're kind of hurrying. So we'll let that dry. Let's move on. Let's just go ahead and put all of the snowflakes on. Okay. That way we can just let them dry and then work on the next one as the other one is drying. Remember to keep the bottom pointed. We're going to do the top one last because we want to make sure that it's right in the center. Okay. Oh good, you can still see everything. Okay. Okay, and just kind of using the bar as a guide, the two bars in the middle, and just make sure that you're, don't touch the hot glue like I just did, but make sure that you're lined up in the middle and use those wires as a guide. And don't touch the hot glue. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it wasn't that bad. Okay. Oh, I think I moved it too much. Oops. There we go. Ah. Yeah, the other thing that stinks about like parchment paper and freezer paper is that it curls and it's hard to work with. Sometimes, but for the most part, being able to use it is amazing. So I'm not being a complainer. I mean, I guess I am being a complainer, but and we're going to pick it up to make sure where that's going to be centered, but we want to make sure that these are, you know, semi on there so they don't fall off when we pick it up. So if you can still move it at all, you need to wait a second. And all of these wreaths that I'm showing you, this one and then the ones I'll be making over the next few videos, they're all artificial, so they are, you know, indoor, outdoor, but they're best undercover somewhere, okay? So to find the center of the back of this, we can just kind of feel around, and there's a little notch. There's a little wire right there. So we can kind of feel that and know that right there, right next to that is where we want this, because that's where the nail's gonna go in and hook. It's not gonna go in on that spot, obviously, because there's a wire there. Okay. Oh, that was all up in the air. You guys couldn't see any of it. Ah, okay, so back here, why did I do it like that? Okay, back here, up here where it looks like it's the middle, you're gonna feel this wire. And you're going to want to kind of maybe break a hole in there. My last one, it lined right up. But right next to that is where you want to put a little hole. You can, I just did it with my thumbnail. You can do it with something better later. But that's where you want it. And so you want to find that center, flip this back over, and let's get our snowflake on there. I touched it, you guys. Okay. Okay, I had to stand it up to look at it to kind of make sure that it was going to be in the middle, because it is straight here, but it kind of does this like outward kick right up at the top. So we're just going to let that stuff dry for a second, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, I like to start with this piece and then finish off the other smaller pieces, because it might inspire me to add different things or change things about what's going on here once I'm finished here. So one of the first things we're going to do is put down our little piece. I went ahead and bent the edges kind of in, so they'd wrap around the edges of the cane a little bit, but we're gluing it, so you really don't have to have a piece that long. I just happened to cut a piece that was that long. So go ahead and put it right on. Remember not to get it on your hand. Woo. Yeah, and remember to always cover the table with parchment paper. I ruined one of my friend's tables at her wedding because I didn't know to do that, and I thought that it would just wash out. Like, I thought that it would just kind of, thought it would buff out. I was really ignorant. It was a really long time ago, but thankfully she forgave me. So then, I have this cute little piece from dollar store. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to put the glue on this and then shove it up there. I have a little, I don't even know where I got these, but they're like, what do you call them? Tweezers. So I've just been using them to shove things in places mostly, because the glue comes right off of it. It's okay to touch the grass. It will, melt the grass a little bit, but you can just pick that off. Try not to let it touch the ribbon, remember. Okay, we're just kind of going to put that under there, and this just adds like a little festive flair. It's not even necessary. So I'll turn it over and glue the stuff in the back in a second. Let that kind of dry up, and now we have our ribbon, and we can use, ribbon from gifts, and then there's, ribbon that is specifically for decorating that you can use. So it's up to you. This was on a piece for like, I think I get four curly ribbons for $2.98 at Walmart. And you can get, ribbons obviously at dollar store, Dollar Tree. Oh, what do you have around you? Do you have a Dollar Tree or a dollar store? Or do you have both? We have Dollar Generals in some of the rural areas around. And I think even in Eugene, actually. I don't know if it's just rural. But their stuff isn't $1. Like, their stuff is like, I don't know. It's great prices still, but I was shocked when things weren't $1 because I'm so used to Dollar Tree and dollar store kind of concept. That's what I thought it was. But I'm sure they have pretty good decor in there too. But Dollar Tree is where I got most of the decor that I didn't get at Walmart. And we just went to those two places. We weren't trying to run around, spread germs, or, you know, make people work hard because of some crazy demand that isn't really out there. We were able to get everything we needed at the two stores we were able to go to. Sorry. Okay, so from there, we're going to take our little tool piece. Make sure you're still... Okay, sorry about bumping that. Trying to think of a way of rigging up the camera like to this. The ceiling seems so far away, but yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to run some glue along this top part, and then I'm going to take this scrunched piece and just kind of place it over it. Remember, try not to get your... And then, you know, take something metal or something like that that's not going to have the glue stick to it, and use that to tamp it down, okay? And this piece is totally optional. I just really like that tool. I think they did such a cute job making it. There's some green kind as well, but I think I used it all up. Okay. Okay, and then you just let it dry a little. You know, add more glue as needed. I'm also trying not to push too hard on the ribbon. Even though I think now we should have done all this a little higher up. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So, there we go. Like I said, this other glue, this Sure Bonder glue, I'm not sure how it takes quite a bit longer to dry, but it's very, very sturdy. So other ones would have already been done by now, but like I said, I don't think that they'd last as long. Okay, and I found that at Walmart as well in like the glue section. Okay, I just took the ornament part, the string off. So you can do the front or the back side, either side, it's up to you. You could even make it go out like that, but that kind of looks funny. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here like this. So I'm just going to glob the glue onto this guy. Oh. Okay, and I want to stand up. You might want to stand up if you were sitting, and that way you can get a really good straight down view. Okay. Alright, so I had to cut a little bit more of the garland because, as you can see, this is sticking really far up and kind of looks really weird. So I took about 2.5 inches. I'm just going to turn it into a little mini wreath. I'm just going to turn it into a coil. Okay, and then just try to, and then smash it so it's more like an oval. Okay. And it looks like, I don't know if it'll happen for you, but there seems to be a little bit flatter of a side on this side and a lot more poof on this side. So I'm going to put the glue on this side and I'm going to shove it right under there, okay? Okay, that's much better. Okay, and my first initial idea was to like have these little, you know, white balls, but as I put them up here, I just didn't like them. So I'm gonna take a couple of these. These are 9 mini ornaments for $1.98 at Walmart, and I'm just gonna pop them off of the plastic piece. And keep those plastic pieces because you can make your own personal ornaments and then you already have those pieces to use. It's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put one right here, one right there. So one on each side. So my advice to you is, you know, kind of have an idea of what you want to do, but be totally okay with, you know, having to change it up if things don't look how you thought they were going to look. And do some staging before you put the glue down. Okay. One more. And these are all made out of plastic as well, with lots of pretty red glitter. But the glitters, you know, you're going to get a lot of glitter while you're working, but you're not going to, it's not going to be a lot of glitter that people are going to be getting when they get this bouquet, when they get this wreath. Okay, so one on each side. So we can keep doing it, but I kind of think with this, it looks a little bit like less is more. I don't, I wish I could see what you could see. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. There we go. So like I said, I think less is more with this one, but we could keep froofing it up and putting different pieces in there and just having all kinds of fun with it. It's really, this is really a fun way to get your creative side out and have a lot of fun, and also have something that's, you know, relatively inexpensive. Like the wire wreath was $1 at the dollar store. And, you know, most of the elements here, we went out and bought a bunch of stuff because we, you know, we're planning on doing this for our flower cart in the off season when we don't have flowers to sell. But I had no idea how popular it was going to be. And so now I've been making them like crazy, and it's been really, really fun. So that's why we have so much. We went out and bought a bunch of stuff because we wanted to be able to put stuff out on the cart, on our flower cart. So a lot to choose from, but go out and, you know, spend 20 bucks at the dollar store and you'll get to do all kinds of different stuff. You'll have plenty to work with $20 at the dollar store. Even $10 will give you plenty to work with, especially if you have a vision in mind. Like if you go to like, go to any of the websites like Pinterest and Instagram and stuff like that, and you kind of get inspiration, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do. Or if you want to copy any of the ones I did, you're totally welcome to. You can copy, like if you want to copy this one specifically because you like how it turned out, I'm not a hater at all. I don't even care if you sell it. Not to say that I'm, you know, I don't appreciate designers, because you know, designers are, but this isn't a design. This is me just blabbing and putting something together for you guys. I feel like I kind of got off track on that because I got a little worried about hurting somebody, but I really, me personally, I don't care if you take this and you have my permission to copy it if you like it. Okay, so these were super simple to put on, and I noticed that my point of doing them was to cover these circles. So we're gonna find something that'll kind of hang over and cover those circles. And we're also going to put a couple of the big jewels in the middle of each of those to kind of make them pop a little bit. But I'm thinking maybe as well some what was I thinking? Oh well, it'll come back to me. So yeah, like if you wanted to do something with your embroidery machine, you can just, this guy would be cute in place of this. He'd be really adorable just sitting right up there on top of that. Alright, so, oh, a tool is what I was talking about, or thinking about. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, though. So. For a long time, I just, also a lot of this stuff, I kind of started off different with that. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I've been collecting over the years too, and materials that need to get used up. Not the Christmassy stuff, but stuff like this tool, definitely. So that's too big. But what if we cut off that piece and then put that there, and then put the jewel. I should have got the jewel out. So I'm using the biggest one I can find in this pack. So I don't know if I want to do the tool and then that, or just that. No, definitely the tool. Alright. Okay, so with this one, we just need a little dab. Okay, and then we need a bigger dab. And then we hold it there till it's nice and cooled off. Okay guys, I'm going to try to make the end of this quick. I went ahead and finished off the bottom here and the top part as well. Sorry, it's not that great. And so we're just going to do this bottom part together really quick. We're going to take just a piece of same length, tool, and we're just going to curl it up really nicely. Basically just turn it into a little tube and then twist it in the middle. Put a little dab there. Okay, and then while we're holding that down, we're going to put another dab there, a bigger one, and we're going to stick our little jewel over the top of it. Hopefully you won't have a bunch of glue coming out like I did. Oh, I guess it is clear. I was saying it's not clear because the sticks aren't clear, but it is clear looking. I don't know if it's clear drying though. Haven't noticed. Yeah, it's pretty clear drying. There's a piece up there. So, while that's cooling and drying, and, you know, you can fluff this out a little bit if you want. It's kind of up to you. We're going to take this piece. This is a piece of that flocked stuff again. And we're going to cut it in oval with a flat at the bottom. And we're just going to scrunch it together. Okay, and we're just going to kind of flatten it, kind of keep the bottoms pinched together, because we're going to stick a big glob right at the top there, And then put that down there, making sure not to burn your fingers. And then just kind of, ooh, it's getting all over my thingies. I need to clean them off before trying to use it again. I'm sure there's other things you can use, other instruments you can use to kind of push that in there. So we'll just kind of let that form a little bit. And then we're going to take this guy, one last little one of these, and we're going to get the bottom of it all gooey. And we're going to place that on top of the bow at an outward angle. And that's all we're really going to do to this one. We're just going to keep it simple. I was going to try to cover up the loops, but I think we'll just leave them. I don't think that they're that noticeable. Okay. So let's see, can I zoom out? All right, so it needs to obviously dry a little bit more before we try to lift it all the way up, but here is, sure camera, I care what the freezer paper looks like. Jeez. Okay. So there we go. It's all done. And so I'm still getting this camera angle stuff down, you guys, and I wish this was a better video, but I'm working on it. Let's look at this guy one more time. So cute. I think it's missing something right there in the front though. I might add some tulle stuffed in there, but I'm not really sure. Like I said, I might just leave it. Less is more kind of thing. Anyways, I hope that you guys had fun watching this video. It doesn't take as long as it takes for me to explain it to make this. These are really fast to make and a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.